Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today, I'm going to be telling you what you should buy and what you should avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. I'm also going to be telling you what you should do to earn money this week, as well as what to avoid. So this update week is, well, kind of similar to a lot of the other previous update weeks we've got recently, which is kind of unfortunate, but we do have some okay ways of earning some money, and we've definitely got some really good discounts this week, very fortunately. So to start off with, to earn money this week, for I believe the third or fourth week in a row, we have triple money and triple RP on hot ring circuit races. So if you guys want to earn some money and you're a lower level player, this is a good way to do it. You're going to have a little bit of fun with this as well. So I'd say give hot ring circuit races a little bit of a shot. However, if this isn't something that you want to do, we also have double money and double RP on select community stunt races. Now, how you find these are under community jobs, and then you go to stunt races. These are all double money and double RP. They might be fun, they might not. I've never played any of these, but I'd say give them a shot if you're interested for sure. So that's pretty much it for how to earn money this week in Grand Theft Auto Online, which is unfortunate to say the least. We do have some pretty good discounts this week though that I will show you guys right now. Starting off on the Dynasty 8 executive website, we have 50% off of CEO offices. Now, this is a really good discount. We never get 50% off of pretty much anything. So 50% off of offices is really good. That's a great discount. And I would definitely say that I recommend picking one of these up if you don't have one already, or if you want to switch locations, now is a great time to do so as well. With this, we also have a 40% discount on every single renovation within the CEO office. So you can save a lot of money on accommodation and stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and put accommodation on my CEO office on my Out the Mud character, so that's something that I'm looking forward to doing this week. In addition to this, within the CEO office, we also have a pretty huge discount on CEO cargo warehouses. Now obviously there's two main functions of the CEO office. One of them is for vehicle cargo and the other one is for sourcing CEO cargo. Now CEO cargo is my preferred one of these two things. I think it's the better way to earn money, and obviously we do have some discounts this week, so we're of course going to look at that. So if you go into the special cargo tab within your CEO office and you go to the warehouse map and you go to all, you will notice that these are all 40% off this week. So if you guys are looking to pick up some CEO cargo warehouses, now is probably the best time to do it that we've got all year so far. 40% off is no joke. This is a huge discount. I'm planning on picking up several large crate warehouses on my Out the Mud character this week while they are on sale. Now, if you guys did not know, CEO crate warehouses have an innate value that comes with the crates depending on their size. So with small crates, each crate is going to be worth $15,000. With medium cargo warehouses, each crate within them is going to be worth $17,500. And for large crate warehouses, each crate is going to be worth $20,000. So large crate warehouses, you get more bang for your buck. They also take longer to fill up, but you don't have to sell them when they're full. Please keep that in mind. That's something I never hear people talk about. They're always like, oh, you have to fill them right up. Nope, you do not. You can simply fill them up to like 16 crates if you want, and then launch your sale mission, and you can still make a lot of money with it. So this is my recommendation. And now, of course, within your CEO cargo warehouses, you have the people inside of them that can passively source you cargo. Now, this is another discount that we have this week. We have a 50% reduction in the sourcing fee for the person inside of your warehouses. So instead of sourcing you a assortment of crates up to 3 crates, they can now source you them instead of for $7,500 for only $3,750. So there's a 50% discount on the sourcing fee from your CEO cargo warehouse. So that's really, really good. I definitely would recommend trying to run this week. Technically, this is an improved way of making money, but it's not going to save you that much in the grand scheme of things, but you should definitely still run this week, assuming that you have a CEO cargo warehouse. Now, I only have a small warehouse and a medium warehouse on my PC character, and I only have a small warehouse on my Out the Mud character, but I would absolutely recommend picking up more CEO cargo warehouses, or even just getting a small one for yourself for this week, because you can earn a lot of money with this. So definitely give this a shot. As far as the vehicle discounts go this week, guys, we're going to go ahead and talk about them right now. So we have a few discounts on Legendary Motorsport, which is where we're going to start, and these are under the two-door category. The first of these is the Pegasi Tesseract. This is a car that I absolutely hate in Grand Theft Auto Online, and I know I'm going to get some flack for that in the comments. This thing completely blows. There's a lot of people who are going to be like, well man, it's immune to catch up in races. Yeah, but it literally can't go around a corner, so what's the point? This thing is 30% off this week, which is, it is a fair discount on the Tesseract, considering that it's one of the most expensive supercars in all of Grand Theft Auto Online, and definitely not the fastest. So this is one that I would say to absolutely avoid. Yes, it's a futuristic Lamborghini. Very, very cool, no doubt about it. It's just the performance of it is, well, completely garbage. So you're just gonna have to watch out for that. It's unfortunate, but it is the truth. I am a man that likes to speak facts, and this is unfortunately a fact, even though the Tesseract guys are going to get really, really upset about it. For the next discount on Legendary Motorsport, we have the Pfister Comet SR. Now, the Pfister Comet SR is on sale for 40% off this week, and the Comet SR is within the top 10 fastest sports cars in the entire game. This thing handles really well, it accelerates really well, it's got some nice customization that you can do to it, and it has a semi-decent top speed. Overall, the Comet SR is definitely one that I recommend picking up if you guys haven't got one already. This is a car that you should consider adding to your collection, and for only $700,000, you really cannot go wrong with the Comet SR. And scrolling a little bit further down on Legendary Motorsport, we also have the Annis Silvestra on sale this week for 40% off. Now, the Annis Silvestra has a lot of cool customization, but for $594,000, this is a pretty solid car. Now, you're not going to win any races with it because I do believe it is in the sports category, but as a car with lots of customization and lots of modifiability, the Silvestra is a very, very good vehicle. Just don't expect to win any races with it, but it is still very, very solid. Moving over to Warstock Cash and Carry now, guys, we have two discounts here. Both of them are on vehicles that aren't the greatest, but to start off with, we have the Ardent. Now, the Ocelot Ardent goes for $690,000 for this week only, and it is equipable with front-mounted machine guns. Other than that, the Ardent really doesn't have many cool features, but it is a great looking car. I actually absolutely love my Ardent. It's one of my favorite cars that I've customized this year. Is it the greatest car ever? Absolutely not, but it is pretty damn good, I have to say. As long as you're buying it in a general sense. If you're buying it because it has front-mounted machine guns, you're probably going to be pretty disappointed, but if you just want a cool car that has machine guns, the Ardent, it's going to get that done for you. So I recommend picking this thing up this week. And scrolling a little bit further, we also have a discount on the Armored Boxville. I'd say don't pick this thing up. It's 30% off this week, which it's a good discount, but it's, well, it's the Armored Boxville, so I can't say that I necessarily recommend it, but it is on sale for 30% off this week, so do what you will. Now, finally, moving on to Southern San Andreas Super Autos, we have something in the two-door category here, and that car is of course the Maxwell Asbo. This thing has quite a bit of customization, and this thing is actually 50% off this week. So if you guys are interested in the Asbo, now is a good time to get it. Not a particularly fantastic car, but it does have some cool customization, and that's really all I can say about that. So we're going to move on to the next vehicle. And the next vehicle that we have on sale this week is of course the Nagasaki BF400 for 75% off. This is, I believe, the biggest vehicle discount that we've ever got in Grand Theft Auto Online, other than a vehicle just being free. 75% off of this thing. I would 1000% recommend picking this thing up. It's absolutely fantastic. You need to have this thing, and for only 23 grand, you literally cannot go wrong. Everybody should buy one of these this week. It is of course the fastest off-road class vehicle in the entire game. You can't use it in every single race, but in the races you can use it in, there's no point in using anything other than this because it is going to shred. This is an awesome bike. So pick this thing up if you guys have the opportunity to, which you should. Scrolling a little bit further down in the two-door category, of course, we also have the Weenie Issy Sport on sale this week. This is one of the fastest sports cars in the entire game. It previously was in the top 10. I do believe it has since moved slightly out of the top 10, but it is still really, really quick. It is all-wheel drive. It does have pretty low ground clearance, so it's not that good off-road, but it does make a semi-good rally car regardless of this. It's got lots of customization, and I would say that I 100% recommend picking this thing up as well. It's a pretty awesome car. Luckily, in the casino this week, we at least do have a pretty good podium car. I'm going to show you guys that right now. The car within the casino is of course the Pagani Tempesta. This is an absolutely fantastic car. It usually goes for about 1.3 million, but of course you can win it in the casino for absolutely free this week if your luck is good enough. Next up in the LS car meet, we have the Maxwell Vagrant available. Now this is the second fastest four-wheeled off-road class vehicle in the entire game, second only to the brand new Declasse Draugr that was just added with the Criminal Enterprises DLC. Now the Vagrant is still a very good car to win, and I would 100% recommend trying to win this thing. And in order to do this, you're going to have to place first place in Street Race Series races for 4 days in a row. So this is kind of a hard challenge to win, but it's not the end of the world, and it is probably worth it to pick up the Maxwell Vagrant for absolutely free. So definitely try to win this thing, it is 100% worth it. For the test track vehicles this week, we of course have the Annis Silvestre. Like I said, not one of the fastest cars ever, but it is still pretty cool. We of course also have the Pfister Comet SR available to test this week as well, which is pretty nice. And of course, last but not least, we have the Ocelot Ardent available to be tested this week as well. This is a pretty fantastic car. All of these ones are pretty good, and I would recommend picking up all three if you guys have the money for it. At Simeon's dealership this week, we have some exclusive vehicles that we can pick up. One of them being the Anis Helion with this really cool livery, as you guys can see. We also have the Vapid Peyote Gasser available to be purchased from Simeon's this week as well. We have the Dinka Vito Modern available this week as well. I would definitely not recommend picking this thing up, or the Gasser, honestly. We have the Obey Omni in here as well. This is a pretty cool car, and I would say that I recommend it. And of course, we have the Weenie Issy Sport as well. This is pretty cool as well. I'd say basically get these two cars and maybe the Helion if you guys have some extra money laying around. All of these three are pretty cool. These ones are kind of lame, so I'd say avoid these. At the Luxury Autos dealership this week, we have the Benefactor SM722 available to be purchased. And we also have the Pagani Tesseract available to be purchased. Like I said, avoid the Tesseract. The SM22 is kind of a cool car. I can't necessarily say that I recommend picking it up, but if you guys want to get it, I wouldn't say that I would be opposed to that. Obviously, you guys do whatever you want with your money, but the SM722 is actually a pretty cool vehicle. So go ahead and do what you will, but I would say avoid the Tesseract. So guys, that's pretty much it for what you should buy and what you should avoid this week in Grand Theft Auto Online. Obviously do the time trials like you do every week, and I'd say just focus on picking up the CEO cargo, warehouses, and the CEO office. If you guys don't have enough money for those, definitely do some grinding and try to get both of those this week while they are on sale. If you don't, you probably will regret it. Anyway guys, that is pretty much it for the weekly update in Grand Theft Auto Online and what you should buy and what you should avoid. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you found it useful or helpful in any way, a like is of course appreciated. If not, dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.